Hello guys, and welcome back to another Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution 2019 edition. We're playing as Brazil. This is episode 4, I think. And we did a couple more things last episode. We started making our first highway. It's a little teeny tiny thing here in this city area. Just want to start to expand from our biggest hub, probably towards our capital. Of course, it is expensive and we're not truly well off in finances yet. We are, of course, now running a budget excess, but that is temporary because we sold shares and stuff. We have some laws in progress, a reform regarding the nationalizing and denationalizing of certain industries. We are revitalizing our industry, and that's why this is happening still. We are lowering the head of state's salary by like $2,000 or something like that to make people like me more. We are getting rid of some of the rights for certain foreign nationals in our country to vote in our local elections. And we've lately pretty much won over our population. So we need to continue. Our biggest problem so far still is, well, inflation's going down. Growth is at a good spot, but it's a little hindered due to some of the spending changes and stuff I've made. Unemployment's actually gone back up a little bit due to probably firing a bunch of the military guys, which is not good. So I'm going to do a couple things this episode. First thing I'm going to do is go over here to China. We're going to make a meeting with Li Jinping. I was really looking for ways to maybe set up some trade agreements with China where we could sell and not buy. Because when you buy, yeah, you can get cheaper costs and still get a boost to your economy, but it hinders the actual growth of the sector. And I don't want to hinder any of our growth. So I went around looking through all of this stuff off camera, and I only found one thing we can really sell to China. And that is sheep. We barely make any of it. We barely consume any of it. Not even 1% of the world's production. Not that that's necessarily a low amount. We sell it for $12.48. China buys it for the most. Iraq technically does, but they have enough production to cover themselves. China does not. They buy it for $17.38, and they like us, unlike Iran, sort of. They're okay with us. We're in an economic treaty, so they're more prone to like us. This is not going to be the most profitable contract I'm trying to set up here, but it's something that will push the production of our sheep industry, which is good for food and maybe some other things. If wool was a market, I'm pretty sure it would help with that. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Also, I need to look at a couple other things here. So for one, police need some improvement. I've noticed our crime rate has been raising. So we're going to do this, dump another billion in here. It's not going to help really with the finances, but that's fine. We want to make sure that we don't get assassinated and that the public stays nice and safe. And Secret Service, they're going to need some improvements as well. Let's give them a 1-up on their agent training here. And let's see. Unemployment's the biggest problem. And we just went ahead and actually got the... Where is it? Oh yeah, this is something I want to touch upon. It's not here, it's under work. We go under work. We just lowered the average working week from 44 hours to 43. So we want to get this down to 40. That's my target goal. It's not something that's easy to do, though, because one side likes it, one side doesn't. I believe the left, I forget what side doesn't like it. I don't want to poll to find out because that costs money. I'm going to set up a reform, though, because I found a perfect compromise, I think. We're going to set this up with the fix unemployment reform. It's not going to do it immediately, but we're going to create the reform, and it's going to pass by itself. But I also want to toss it in here. The people like it when we're reducing the working week. What they won't like is when I reduce the amount given to job seekers. 62% of the last salary, that is ridiculous for 7 months. Maybe I can look at increasing the amount of months to like 9 or something, but 62% is insane. So we're going to throw that into fix unemployment, even though it has nothing to do with fixing unemployment. It's going to save us some money. People won't like it, but they'll like this. Makes up for it. It gets us a bipartisan agreement here, which is nice. And there's a couple other things we can do to fix it, and I want to tackle them right now instead of later. Was it under here? No, education. So our education's in a weird spot. Our education, the maximum school age is 15. The moment you turn 15, you can leave school and start working. That's a big problem. This will be the fix education and unemployment reform. Because I can't add education things into work-related things for whatever reason, even though they're affecting the same shit. We're going to create this new reform right here to increase the maximum school age from 15 to 16. So when you turn 16 instead, it's our right really hates it. So does our centrist parties. The leftist parties love this. So we're going to make up for it. Or we're going to try to. I'm going to raise the number of school vacation days to 61. Because this is like vacation days throughout the entire year. So think of your summer, winter vacations. The U.S. has like 90 something, I think. Brazil only has 60 right now. That means 2 months, like the entire year, I think. I don't know if it's only counting summer vacations, but I know like the U.S. has a lot more of this. So we're going to just up it by 1 day, add it to the reform. And now we have a little more agreement here, a little more, which is good. It's gonna, the people, I don't know if they like this, but they should like this, and that should make up for it. And now we've just proposed a good amount of stuff. Let's unpause it a little here. We got a little demonstration going on still from the stupid employer federal union. I have to turn the volume down. I forget to do that. The volume of this game resets every single time that you restart the game, which is rather annoying, but oh well. There's a couple other things I wanted to look into. As it stands, we're now doing a lot. Look at this. Oh god. We're doing so much all at once. When is this getting voted on? The reform will be voted on the 6th of this upcoming month. This will be voted on the 12th. The 12th. Ooh. I think I clicked on the same thing there like twice. Wait, what the hell? Wait, no. Oh, this is the fixed unemployment reform. I'm getting confused. All right, and then over here we have the fixed Can I speak? Apparently not. Fixed education and unemployment, and this will be the 7th. So a lot of these votes are taking place this upcoming month. Another thing I wanted to look into was continuing to maybe just fully abolishing the national service. I mean, I haven't found it, like when we did that lowering the time of it, everyone was pretty much for it. There wasn't really much opposition. My big fear is that these guys aren't going to like it. So I want to stay slow about this. I don't want them to go to completely hating me. Oh, they just got happy from something. What did I do? Security. I guess that was my, oh, look at all this shit. Yeah, a lot of what I'm doing is changing up here. I am going to say we're also going to go ahead here and just, I'm going to scale it back month by month before abolishing it completely. It goes down to 3 minimum. It'll be a way to kind of slowly peel away at it. We're going to do that by itself. Everyone's all for it, man. Probably because these people end up being, I mean, if they continue to end up just being service career soldiers after I do that, then I guess it's only going to improve the quality of our army, which I do want to scale back. And I want to get our commandos increased, because commandos in this game are stupidly kind of powerful. Oh, we're still missing so much stuff here. Here is our meeting with China. So we're going to open this meeting.
No thanks.
Coffee? No. I love your country.
Very kind.
I'm glad you like it. Human rights? No. I noticed, by the way, we are actually one of the happiest countries. Look at this. 17. I think that's higher ranked than the U.S. Not that this ranking necessarily means much. It takes a bunch of weird things into consideration that just don't affect everybody as a whole. We've been improving certain things, but we got a ways to go. Let's create a sales contract. We want to sell you some, where is it? Sheep. sheep. Yeah, so their purchase price is higher. They have one of the highest purchase prices for sheep. It's kind of weird. It's not going to be the most profitable contract here, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to put this at 1737.72 and put it at their price and try. Let's tick it up twice and see what they say. It's pretty much selling the rest of our excess production, which will help spur the industry onwards. It's nothing in the grand scheme of what they use, but perhaps if we use this, we'll produce more and then we can sell them more. That would be useful. 5 years because we want some long-term relations with China, of course. Let's send that. Ooh, you're being a dickhead, aren't you? 7.2. Wait, 72. Let's try 185. Ooh, I need to make that a bigger number. 1850, negotiate. 1840. 1830. Damn it, they don't like that. Alright, let's try again. They're going to be playing hardball here, but I do want to start getting this. This should also help our relations with them as a whole. So we're going to go back to 1737.72. Tick it up twice. Send. We're going to try 1850 again. We don't need to get it above their purchase price. We don't need to. We just need to get it above our sale price. I'm just trying to get the best deal here if I can for myself. 1850. Try 1830. 5. Shit. 1810. 1790. Let's pick that up a little bit. Damn it. Alright, so we're going to have to scale it back a little more each time then. They're really picky. They're not as open to us as the US was. 1737.72. Tick it up twice. 1860. We're going to go back in about 20s each time. This is like 27. I'm going to start a little higher here. 1860. 1840, 1820, 1800. Damn it. Alright, that's still not enough. Alright, so we gotta start back at like 50 after that first. I will get this, even though it's not worth that much. I'm going to get this deal. Once again. 1737.72, tick it up twice. Send. 1850. 1820. 1790. I'm peeling it back by 30s. We're still above their purchase price, which is probably what they don't like. 1760. Yeah, they don't like that we're still above their purchase price, so we're going to start scaling it back in the 40s. I want to start high because it gets them to go higher. As long as we're the ones offering, we can choose to be pretty picky about this. 1737.72. Tick it up twice. Because we seem more generous when we peel it back. 1887, so 1840. 1800. They're following us up. 1760. We're about to hit their purchase price. They'll like that. 1720. Really? You're not going to take 1720? Alright, we're not going to get the best deal here, clearly, but, I mean, they still buy it for more than, like, everybody else. Let's try again. Let's try reducing it by 50s this time. 1737.72. I'm so glad there's no negative anything for doing what I'm doing, like trying over and over again. Alright, 1830. 1780. 1730. They really want that middle ballpark range. 1730. 1680. Really? Oh my god, you're really just trying to beat me up here, aren't you? Gonna have to start scaling this back by 60s. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. Let me look at it again. Sheep. World. 17. Yeah, it's just so far above, like, anyone else that would buy from us. Like, North Korea, but they hate us. Belgium, but they're not going to buy very much. If we can keep it above, like, 1,500, then that's good, I guess. That should be enough. Let's try again. Sheep. 1737.72. Like, I'm fighting really hard for a contract that's only gonna add, like, 15... Well, not add, but improve some amount to 15 million. Alright, so we're peeling back by 60s. 1820. 1760. 1700. Ooh, they're liking this more. 1640. Yes, we got it. 1640. That is still better than what we were getting. That is an improvement. It's a very small contract, but it will allow us to now expand our sheep industry. Do you want a non-aggression pact while we're at it? Probably not. Yeah, I didn't think so. It will allow us to expand our sheep industry, and it should start giving us a little teeny bit of a relations boost with them. Let me just see something. Strategic map. Neutral. Economic map. Neutral. We want to see if we can improve that there. Huh. It shows the U.S.'s allies on both. Which they are, especially economically. Strategic is primarily Russia. Again, we're going to really want to get some stuff going with Russia. I might look at some treaties with Russia, actually. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's set up a meeting for tomorrow. No, you're not willing to do that. Okay, so... Oh, because that goes into China's time. So we're going to make it that day. And yeah. Alright, we're going to unpause the game again here, and we're going to go to political parties, and finally, let's do a fundraiser for our party. It's not going to make the most amount of money, because we're not in an election cycle, but we're so far away from an election cycle that we might as well just go ahead and do this. That should... Ongoing, yeah, it should still make us some money. We just have to make more than 960,000. What is this? Jihadist Caliphate armies are defeated in Syria. That should be good. Yeah, that always happens towards the end of the month. That means... Oh, they... Holy shit! That weakened them so much that their cell here actually completely disbanded. I've never seen that happen before. I played as the U.S., and even when they're defeated in Syria and, well, not Egypt, anywhere else, it's never enough to weaken them to leave the whole country, but they just left the whole country. Now our primary concern is these guys right here. Let's place you under surveillance. I haven't been keeping up with this enough. We're not going to be able to file anyone from these mafias. This Brazilian-Indian alliance has to go. They're the threat. These two, not much of a threat. So I want to keep slowly increasing funding here. Wonderful. Another thing I wanted to look at. We come over here to environmental spending, and we're not set up for catastrophes, like, at all. If we get hit by certain things, it's going to hit us hard. So we're going to want to up certain things here. We are at risk. Oh, hey! Alright, people don't like that we met with China. Like, at all. That's sad. International Organization of Public Finances. Okay. Thank you. We got reaccepted in the World Trade Organization. Lovely. Hopefully I don't get us kicked out again. Our biggest natural risks are wildfire, cold wave, tsunami, and hurricane. So cyclones, flooding, forest fires. I think maybe this. Cold wave. Does cold wave fall under heat wave? Because I don't see a cold wave here. We're gonna up spending in forest fires. Let's see. Cyclones. Let's just even it up over here. I don't want to spend too much. And just to please some people, let's get a little bit of reforestation, because if you look over here, we are deforesting 662,000 hectares, I think, of forest every year, and seeing as our wood industry is booming, that's not going to get much better, so let's just prepare for some natural disasters and get some reforestation going. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit now. Tourism professionals complain. I know. I need to fix unemployment and get our money into a good spot before I can really go balls deep on like, oh yeah, let me make another highway. I mean, this one's so tiny, I probably can go ahead and make another one.
You're giving our country
You're welcome.
Fresh air.
Remember that when it comes time for election day. Remember that. 93%. I want to keep this high, like at least 80%. At the end of the day. Oh, here we go. Our meeting with Vladimir Putin. Open up our meeting here.
Okay.
Why does everybody have an ulcer in this world? Stop drinking so much coffee and... I don't know. Your country is lovely. I love it. Let's be friends. Non-aggression pact. Yes, he accepted it. Now, there's a trick, by the way. When it comes to diplomacy in this game that I learned is never aim too high too quick. Take it one step at a time. You can repeatedly make treaties here, and people will not really complain. Just see what you can get. Try over and over again. It doesn't hurt anything. Not realistic, but something we can take advantage of. Now we have air rights in Russia. Can we get some maritime rights? Yes, just like that. Some land rights? No. Now, Russia would be a great ally. I don't expect anyone to just attack them out of the blue, and even if someone did, it wouldn't be necessarily something we have to worry about. So if I can get a support with them, mutual defense pact basically, I can kind of hope that they will come to our aid if we get attacked by someone. So I would like to set that up. No? Right, so he's not willing to do that. So let's try offering him air rights. And he will take it, just like that. We have a defensive alliance with Russia. So if we get attacked, they'll come to our aid. We'll be expected to do the same, but I mean, it's Russia. They have debatedly one of the strongest militaries in existence. In this game, they actually do have the quote-unquote strongest military, because in real life, they have a bunch of old Cold War tanks that are kind of out of commission. But this game gives it to them as if they were in commission and relatively advanced. As a result, they have like the strongest like land force in the game. Also, he looks so derpy. It's great. He has like a perfect like rectangle for a head. And he looks older here than in real life. But let's see if we can squeeze anything out of this now. How about give me some land? Yes, and now we have full transit rights in Russia. They have air rights over us, which they're not very likely to use anyway. When wartime comes along, and if they're helping us, they get all the rights anyway, which is why I don't care to really give them any more rights. I could go for a full alliance, and I'm going to consider that right now. So a full alliance with them would potentially hurt our relations with a lot of people over here. Russia is allies with like these people here and people around here. We're kind of far away from them. At least they're not as antagonistic with, say, the U.S. as China is. So I don't have to worry about it straining our relations that much, but they love us so much. This is our only real potential ally. They're not in any way in the way of our goal, and they might be the perfect person to have on our side. So if I can get that alliance, that might help secure us. It means if they go to war, they might end up calling me in, which isn't the best. Anyone that hates them will probably hate me, but, well, not 100% like that. China already likes us more. I don't know if that was because of the trade agreement or because of our relations with Russia. I think I'm going to go for it, though. Especially because if we can also get China allied with us, and we have these two, that would be insane. Absolutely insane. So we're going to try it. We're going to try a full alliance. All right, they're not willing to do it right now. Maybe if I give them maritime rights? No. Maybe if I give them maritime and land. Yes. And just like that, we have a full alliance with Russia. That's huge. Thank you for your visit, Vladimir Putin. Let me show you why that's so huge. Security, military power index. Look at it. Compare all these numbers. The only one that stands a chance against them is the U.S. And now I will again show you that this mainly comes from the fact that they're given all their out-of-commission Cold War tanks as being in commission. It makes them fucking insanely powerful. Wow, Turkey has a lot. insane. We are in an economic agreement with Russia, India, and China, I think, right? Let me check that again. BRICS. China, South Africa, India, Russia. Yes. So South Africa could be another ally we could look at. I know they're not in, like, NATO or anything. What rank are they? Oh, they're pretty weak. India and China and Russia would be great allies, though. Great. Especially we can just pull them all into a little sphere of influence with us. Maybe South Africa. I mean, they do like us. Maybe more people will start liking us because we just did this. We've had some changing relations so far. Let's go ahead and unpause the game again. Gotta wait a week or so before we see some of our changes in the economy and all that. Let's take a look at this highway again. It's going to take a bit, isn't it? Yeah. I might start making another one, because we are technically still okay a little bit in terms of this. What's the population over here? Million. This is actually a really small place. Maybe not the smartest thing for me to have connected first, but I want to directly link these hubs. So, let's set another highway down from here to here. That's dirt cheap, kind of. 252 million, that's fine. Let's construct this. It's going to take 4 months with minimum manpower. Perfectly acceptable. Let's go ahead and do that. Tourism, waste of public funds, yeah, yada yada. But the tourism makes up for it. Boost our tourism a little. Our network allowing access to our tourist attractions is at capacity. Finally, the regions and cities served by the new freeway are really bad choices. There were much more important needs elsewhere. This will be met with criticism. I think that just because this place right here is so tiny is why he's being a dickhead about it. It's not going to do much better when we go like this, you know? Considering the present context, I'm forced to deploy the scarce funds we have at hand to ensure your daily security. Yeah, well, you're going to have to deal with that. Our salary has been lowered. That's good.
Was spotted and murdered. The terrorists discovered.
That's unfortunate, but they got kicked out of the country anyway. Okay, that's unfortunate, though. We gotta put someone back over here. Let's check out the newspaper. Threatens Brazil with exclusion if we don't modify our policy. Let me guess, all the nationalizing I'm doing again? I'm pretty sure they'll let me back in if we get kicked out again. I don't know. Even if we do get kicked out, maybe I don't give a shit. Maybe I just don't give a shit. Have you ever thought about that? It's fine. There is also over here some other things I could try to do for money. Like I could pick anything and then add customs duties. But I feel like this will hurt a lot more than it will help. It's just a tax paid on imports to everybody. So it's probably not the best thing to do in terms of relations. But it's fine. I was looking into any small improvements we could make to, say, the industrial pollution tax, but our people hate this. Our government hates this. They don't want it. So even if I do the small upgrades, it's gonna be a bitch. When people like us, they're a lot more accepting of some other things, though. I had a lot of negative ticks over here because of public finances. That's unfortunate. I'm trying, though. I might have to connect some bigger things over here. So he mentioned something about our tourist locations. Maybe I should pay a little bit of attention to those. Where do we have tourism locations, though? I'm not seeing many or any. At least not anywhere I'm looking. Let's see. There would be a little special symbol for it, which I'm not seeing anywhere. If we have tourist locations, I have no idea where they are. But as I improve the infrastructure throughout the country, it should get better. I'm still very tempted to put like a mini airport right here. When I looked at how large of an expense these high traffic ones are, I realized how terrible it could be. And this is something I want to turn into a hub, is our capital. So I feel like that would definitely help. But we'll see how this all goes. Let's speed it back up again. Russia had a disaster. A lot of disasters happening. Ooh, atomic radiation. That's never good. Ooh, we have a little plane moving. Cargo plane. I don't know where that's going.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
All right, great. Industry for you has passed.
Our
Our
infantry
agent died. That's going to happen a lot while we're trying to do this due to how bad our service, this stuff is, basically. But we have to keep trying. So all that stuff has just taken effect in the industry. So we've just denationalized a couple things. We've nationalized certain things that we want to get off the ground here. Okay, another thing passed, gave us a slight boost. Great. Nothing in farming, right? No. Nothing in farming. So I think I've denationalized everything that's running. Yes. So now let's look towards getting some of these industries off the ground. Like advertising. I didn't nationalize advertising. Right, I focused industries. Let's see here. Change of player. Let's slow it down a little. Leonardo has become unbearable and useless. Is this the guy that was upset that we were kicked out of the trade organization? Either way, I'm not going to fuck with that right now.
has been voted on?
We got some of our stuff passing, which is good. We're going to denationalize this stuff once we get it running, which people will love. I'm going to start doing these like one at a time. Maybe denationalizing one while nationalizing another one that we need to. People have been really upset by our nationalizings. We have helicopters and missile launches. I do need to look into maybe buying some stuff later, but let's see what we can denationalize first and get off the ground. I'm thinking something else military related. Like fighter planes. Yeah, let's go for fighter planes. So we're going to subsidize it by 1 million. And we are going to adjust the total workforce, manpower. We only need to make it 1. That's it. We only need to make it 1. Once these people get hired, we can actually just keep the subsidy on it and denationalize it, and it'll be fine. And people should like that. Let's take a look at our growth. Has gone up only a little bit, which means it's relatively under control right now. That's good. Inflation's still going down. Unemployment's not changing too much. Not much has changed to really make that happen, though. I was looking into more potential trade partners, and let me go to one more of the industries I looked at. Bauxite. This is not another one that's not maybe not the most profitable. We sell for 30. We produce a seemingly decent excess, and it's best sold to these people here. Now, the first one that actually needs it is the UK, and they have the highest price. They don't need a lot, but I don't think we have a lot, and I don't want to be dependent on the US as a trade partner if I have choices elsewhere, like right here with the UK. There's a couple things I was looking towards the UK as well. It's not just bauxite. It was also, come down here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, gold. So look towards gold. The US makes enough. All these people make enough. The United Kingdom is the first person that requires a good amount of gold, and we make a damn good amount of gold in excess. Their prices aren't as good as some of these other people, but I was looking at Poland too. But not all these people like us, not all these people actually want very much of it, and I would like some bigger trade contracts where I could get them. Probably look at Poland and the UK for that as well, for gold. And there was one more I was looking at, and that is under farming, and that is beef. These are like the only industries I found where the US wouldn't be the obvious choice. Because look, the US produces all they need here. And then the UK, purchasing at the next most amount and requiring a pretty large amount. So I think we'll have a good trade partner in the UK, which might be a problem considering Russia loves us and the UK is in NATO and whatever Russia's group is, starts with a C, CSTO, Collective Security Treaty Organization, don't like each other. You know, I can't join this. I don't know where it's limited to, but it's somewhere around here is the limitation of who can join it. So we might end up making our own alliance yet. So let's get out of this screen. It's laggy. And let's set up a meeting with the UK, and we'll try selling them just some bauxite for now. That sounds like a good way to do it. Let's take a look at what we have going through Parliament. Oh, a lot of this has gone through. We can set up some other things here now, too. Now, I could use a little bit more popularity, maybe. I don't know how it's going to react when all those other things go through. I did have an idea here. One thing that would increase human rights and happiness. Feminists won't like it, but when you have to pick between feminists and human rights, maybe you should just go with the human rights. Families won't like it, I know that. Where is it? It's not here. It's under women, I guess. Prostitution. So, we have a lot of right-leaning people in our government. I don't think this is going to pass. We can actually check. Let's poll it. Yes, this is not going to pass if I bring it to a vote. But what it will do is it could pass if I referendum it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and referendum this. This could also increase our tourism, I believe. So let's go ahead and set this to referendum. And 60% of the people are for it, 40% are against it. So, hell yeah, democracy.
Our infiltrated agent was...
Our secret services are garbage. It was Leonardo. Wanted to leave the government, gave it considerable thought, you misjudged the situation. Good. Good job, I'm proud of you. Let's look at the newspaper. Fatal earthquake in Mediterranean region. That's what this is? Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Be careful, Turkey. I don't really want to give money to Turkey because I need my money. And they're not like a potential ally that I'm looking at. World Trade Organization excludes Brazil. That was a while ago, buddy. Selfie of the year. During a bank robbery. Oh, God. Nuclear electricity, that's fine. Losing control of it. Taking control, yeah, all the little things we're doing. American pop star. Alright. The baby minister? Alright, whatever. Entry into the World Trade Organization marks the beginning of a new era. I'm glad you think so. Oh, shit. Exoplanets, scheduled liftoff. You have people doing space programs. That reminds me of one more thing I actually wanted to do before we end this episode. What is this? The Collective for the Consumer Rights? Yeah, Iran's a hellhole. At least we'll be exporting to Iran. Not many people are. There's one thing I wanted to do before the end of this. I said I wanted to get rid of this, and I still might. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this away, because this is a decent amount of money. I'm going to put the money into this instead. We're going to save money, but we're going to be researching a little bit of all these other things. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause the game, and we are pretty much good to go for this episode. We got our meeting with the UK coming up, and it looks like it's going to be a good time. We're working on things still. We got a bunch of laws passed. We're progressing with our plans. And thank you very much for watching. I guess I will see you guys on the next one. Let me know what you've been thinking so far, any suggestions you have, and that's about it. Bye-bye.